Particular inequality, this part of the inequality. Remember, we want a negative answer. Which region gives us a negative answer?
X is less than.
X between? Yeah, greater than -8, less than 2. If you look carefully,
-8 is less than X, and X is less than 2.
It's this region that I've highlighted. That's the region that gives you the answer that you want. Now, what we've got to do now is we'll take all our solutions that we worked out for these 3 parts, namely X less than 0, X less than -4, or X bigger than 4, and this between -8 and 2, and put them into one solution that answers our problem. So we are not done yet. If you had to stop with this problem in an exam, you would not get the full marks, because we haven't finished answering the question yet. Maka, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so now we've got to combine these 3 inequalities we have got to make it into one. So I found the best way of doing this is to do it in number line again. So I'm going to draw one big number line now to get the final solution. And on this solution, I'm going to put 0. On this number line, I'm going to put in 4. I'm going to put in -4. And I need a 2, I think, as well. And I also need a -8. So I'm putting in all the values from the solutions. This solution has a -8 and a -2. I've put it in. That solution has got a -4 and a 4, and I've put that in. And the last solution was X less than 0. And I've got that in as well. Maka, are you with me? This problem is hopefully doesn't give you too much nightmares now. The first solution said, and I'm just going to draw this in here. Let's maybe use a green. Let's see how the green looks. Maybe not a good color to choose. Let's just stick with the yellow. Okay, so the first solution said X must be smaller than 0. That's a good color. So that's what we're saying. Are you watching my number line there?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to draw this a bit straighter if I can. That's the first solution. Do you agree? X must be smaller than 0. The second solution said X must be between -8, that's -8, and 2. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Right, and the last solution said X must be bigger than 4, which is out here, and smaller than -4, which is out there. Now what you need to do is look at which solution is common in terms of the entire answer now. Now we can obviously ignore that one because it's out of the loop, as you can see. So if I look at this carefully, Maka, can you see which solution satisfy all the inequalities that we've now worked out?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I think it would be down there between -8 and -4. Do you see that region? There's 3 lines going through it.
Yes.
All right, so my solution is going to be -8 less than X less than -4, which means if I take any number in this region and put it in that problem that you gave me, so between -8 and -4. So going back to the problem that we started with, and it's a good exercise for you to test once you've gone once we've ended this call, Maka, is to take your calculator. Take your calculator, and remember I'm saying the answers are between -8 and
-4.
-4. Take a number in that region. Give me an example of a number between -4 and -8.
-5.
-5. I would put in -5 in this and see if I get an inequality that's true. In other words, do I get a bigger number on the left-hand side and a smaller number on the right-hand side? And it actually works because I've tried it out. And then take a number that's outside this region, like -9 or -3, and you'll see that it doesn't work. So this actually turns out to be the final answer.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to now try another one on your own there? Take another log inequality problem and see if you can go through the steps. And remember guys, the theory, very important. Log inequalities. If your number is if your base is bigger than 1, these are the things you've got to consider. And remember, if that sign was a greater than, then it would stay a greater than. So that sign stays if your base is bigger than 1. And that sign changes if your base is between 0 and 1. So don't think because I've put a greater than sign here, it will always be a greater than sign. That would not be true. It would depend on what that sign is. And don't forget that the log inequality always has 2 more conditions, because you cannot find log of a negative number. So it has to be positive. Those two, A and B, has to be positive. Maka, this is quite a tough section. Log inequalities, boys and girls generally struggle a lot with. But if you keep in mind this theory and practice, and remember that there's no shortcut to log inequalities. That's why in an exam you'll find it carries 10 marks, 11 marks, sometimes 9 marks, depending on the nature of the different inequalities within the problem. Okay, Maka, thank you for calling.